Black Series Edition LLC. Today we're doing a very interesting demonstration. I YouTube for the last couple of days searching around trying to find anybody who's matching our technology at the end of the day, and we just see the same old thing every time we come on here. Same dark environments, same little bits of light sprinkled all through the environments, calibrated projectors, overpriced projectors, just all kinds of just, I call it hoopla at the end of the day. I have not seen one demonstration in a fully lit environment with tons of light, especially showing contrast levels. I usually bump into a lot of ultra short throw demonstrations in very dark environments, which is kind of a shame because the ultra short throw projector was designed to replace the TV. I don't know how that would even work in this decade in time because, again, majority of all ultra short throws sit in the dark and they're sitting right on top of the screen. So this is our challenge to not one person, everybody. I mean, literally everybody. Certified, we don't care if you're certified, you make paint for it. We want to see more demonstrations like this. This is why we always consider our products to be the best of the best, because again, the same demonstrations we always see is people either ducking or hiding light. And one of the things I don't see in these demonstrations, I never see enough contrast. A lot of bright colors, never any contrast. So in this demonstration here, Match or Better, we have our 150-inch screen here. Now keep in mind your screen is going to have to be around 150 inches for the challenge. Some of you may choose to ignore this, which we know you will, because again, this is something you can't do. And those who may try to do this will find that this is going to be extremely difficult. So at 150 inches, you're going to have to display a screen and a fully lit environment. Let me show you the environment. Sorry about my cat's area. My cat's all over the place in this place. So as you can see, we have our overhead lights on. We have windows open, because one of the things I don't see in demonstrations, blinds are fully open. I don't see enough in demonstrations is I never see them turn the camera around. How dark is the environment where, or should I say never, I've seen some, but how dark is the environment where your screen is sitting, where your whole entire setup. So usually they have some lights in the front. They give off the illusion that the area is well lit, but it's not, it's very dark. That's my curiosity. How well lit is your environment? So as you can see everything in the environment crystal clear. Everything's coming up nice and bright. No dark areas at all, period. Show you the angle gain. Better technology and pick up. Now our screen technology is black. At the bottom area right here, this is a gray wall. This gray wall has an interesting tone to it. So basically it can match a lot of the gray screen paints out there we see on the market. I felt that if anybody feels that they are not going to match the wall, well, we'll buy your product and we'll stick against the wall. And I guarantee you they're going to match or come very close to matching the walls we have in here. Because I said before, they have an interesting tone. I was making gray screen paints many years back. I can tell by looking at something if it's going to match. So we consider this to be the screen paint of just the one that we've seen on YouTube so far. So this is one of the things you have to be to do if you prove your product to be worthy of customers buying it. You have to be to show that your product can produce the Starville demonstration for that environment. Only any contrast simulations, colors, the whole 9 yards. Let's go over to, let's see, 8K Desired Nature.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now we do these demonstrations also too for the customers, because the customers, I feel sorry for them, because people that are buying for the first time, usually we'll see a demonstration, poorly lit environment, dark environment, and they'll think at the end of the day, this is the normal. No, that's not the normal. That's a complete fail. There's no way in the world you should spend that much money for a projector to be sitting in the dark like that. All right, so let's go over here and let's pull up my personal favorite. There we go. Notice that the gray screen doesn't even pick up, period. And like I said, anyone out there with a gray screen product, if you want to sit there and say, hey, I don't represent that wall, I will buy your product and I will stick you against that wall. And I guarantee you, either you're going to come extremely close to matching that wall or you're going to match it. I guarantee you. From what I've seen already on the market, like I said, at the end of the day, people think, well, he just makes black screen paint only. No, I make everything. I was making gray screen paints before most of you guys are out there making products. I've made gunmetal technology. I've done just about everything, and we make black technology. We even make different colors. And if I tell you that your product's going to match, your product's going to match. And these are for the customers. These are the kind of demonstrations you're supposed to be seeing. This is what you're supposed to be seeing when you buy screen paint products. You have to see that comparison. You have to see fully lit environments. If you're watching demonstrations in poorly dark environments, especially darker than your environment, that is a complete fail. That technology we have here has to be bright enough to be able to produce that gold hair, those white eyes, those beautiful teeth, have to be bright enough, and also show the different tones of contrast levels at the exact same time. Why overpowering the white screen and the gray screen? And mind you, for those who have asked us about our products versus black paint and so forth, well, we have over 40 demonstrations on black versus black, all posted to our demonstration page directly to the website. If you notice when you go look at our website, we have more information on our site than anyone else. Right? So yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired of going on YouTube. I'm tired of seeing the same old poor demonstrations of these poorly lit environments and people going, oh, look at all the light we have in here. There's no light in there at all, period. Are you kidding me? I'm tired of it. So we're going to put challenges up. Put one video out every day of challenging these companies to do better. Because there's no way in the world a customer at the end of the day should be subjected to something like that. iWall, whatever it is. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna be giving you guys a call soon, shortly. Y'all demonstrations are the worst. I mean, absolute worst. A lot of faking in your demonstrations, a lot. 21 feet. You got to be kidding me. I'm definitely gonna call someone and talk about that one. 21 feet. I don't think he understood what he was saying in the video. Like literally, if you're plagued by 21 feet, these ceilings in here are about somewhere between 13. How does that even work?
You tell me. How sexy are those elbows?
I think they like each other.
I'm sorry. What?
Vanessa.
Now I want you to see this. I'm gonna back up because, like I said, these demonstrations, they don't show you the background. They're supposed to show you the background. You see this? This is how much light is pushing in my background. You need to see all that. When you're watching demonstrations, you need to see the back, the whole entire environment, not someone sitting right up on top of the screen. I hate those the most. Right up on top of the screen. Like literally, you have to be that close. Customer needs to see how that screen's going to react in the entire environment. The reason why some of them sit so close to the screen, because the corners around the screen will start to actually give away. You're supposed to see the full environment. This is the demonstration we saw in, what was it, in iWall, I think that's that projector's called. And they couldn't get the contrast level to pull. Samsung 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
I see this so many times in demonstrations. In the dark. You can't contrast levels, and I can't express this enough, have to be done in fully lit environments. If you're doing contrast levels in the dark, what's going to happen when the customer turns his lights on? Because you don't even know. If you don't do those demonstrations in fully lit environments, how do you know what the outcome is going to be if you don't do the test? I bought that that projector was $3,300 at the time, and you're sitting in the dark with 2 million to 1. I take it back to the store. What the freak did I just pay for? With 3,000 lumen, laser at that, sitting right on top of a screen, and you're not picking up. Oh man! So there's your challenge. Match or better. And the Omega 1s are brighter than this. They're 4 times brighter than this. What do you see when the projector hits that thing? That thing's like a TV set when it pops out of the wall. That's why we're going to do the whole wall encased in that black technology. Now, if you have a white screen, this is what you're picking up. If you have a gray screen, that's what you're picking up. Those of you who have our technology, well, you already know the deal. We got them displayed on our website. You can go check out all my customer demonstrations right there, all the fully lit environments. Some of them even outside. Customer demonstrations are more advanced than the demonstrations I see on people actually selling screen paints. That's pretty bad. And as a matter of fact, if you watch my intro video, that's a church with a screen over 1,000 inches with a ton of floodlights hitting the screen. They were so happy with the technology, they did a demonstration for us. And that's old technology. It goes back maybe 7 years ago. Sony 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day, inspired by the garden to brighten your home.
So I did a demonstration where I got up in the morning. No rehearsing, no lines, none of that stuff, no scripts, just walking around the environment, let the screen play, let the projector play. Then came back in and did it around 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Then came around and did it in the evening in the afternoon. This screen can run all day with all my windows open. And the reason why we say this is because when you watch certified screens is a rehearsed environment. Everything's set up just so. I ever see people when they do reviews on projectors, on projection screens, everything is set up just so. Can't see out the blinds. I'm gonna turn in because I don't want my neighbors thinking I'm recording them. Woo! Speakers are right there. You see my blinds? For those of you who are doing those dumb demonstrations with the blinds on a slant, stop doing it. It's embarrassing. This is what you got to watch out for when you're looking at blinds. I could do a whole entire freaking segment on blinds. Blinds, they cheat on blinds so much. If the ones that are standing up, they have them on a slant. So when the light hits, it's hitting the slant. When they're like this, they have them pointed downward. So the light will basically hit and go point downward to give the illusion that the area is well lit, but it's not. You're physically supposed to be to see objects on the other side if your blinds are fully open. I see this a lot. I saw one with the leaked screens when the guy sat there and said, my blinds are fully open. No, the heck they weren't, because I couldn't make out objects behind your blinds, actually through your blinds. Your blinds were physically shut. They're on a slant. That's the oldest trick in the book. So for people that are buying for the first time, anyone showing blinds and said my blinds are fully open, and you see them on a slant like this, no, they're not. They're not fully. You should be to see things on the other side. Another trick that they try to use at the end of the day, my personal favorite, is when they come on camera, they'll show off the environment fully lit. And then the minute the projector comes on, the room will automatically dim. I've seen that in a couple of demonstrations. Oh, gee whiz Louise, my goodness. And the peppered lights throughout the environment, little lights behind the back of the screen. Are you kidding me? Especially some of you already know who does this in a day. You have a 4K projector and you got little Christmas tree lights sprinkled around the back of your screen. Are you kidding me? You're only at 100 inches. How hard can that be? Gee whiz. At that ultra short though is not a hard demonstration. You're kissing the screen at 3,000 lumens. How hard can that be? I can drop it back 1,000 lumens at 21 feet and still nail the screen with no problem with the lights on. I don't get that part. Never see enough contrast. Never.
With Loney's, allergies don't have to be scary. Spraying
So the sad thing about it is customers who usually find us, and they do find us, because we're literally all over YouTube, is the first thing they'll say is, yeah, I bought a white projection screen, I turned my lights on, I'm trying to use it in a fully lit environment, and it washes out. I'm stuck in the dark. Go to form sites, they're telling me I got to calibrate. Some of them don't even want to calibrate. Most people don't want to calibrate a projector. Person who's buying for the first time, they don't want to calibrate jack at the end of the day. They don't want hard instructions. They don't want to be stuck in the dark. They don't want to turn the living room into a cave. I definitely don't want to turn my living room into a cave. And oh, here's another one, perfect pet peeve right here at the end of the day. Your fake environments. Yes, all of you have fake environments. We know darn well your environment can't be that dark 24/7. It's dark for the demonstration, but I guarantee when the camera's off, that environment does not look like that 24/7. I'm keeping this fair because I said for everybody. I'm not going to pinpoint one person. But gee whiz Louise, there's a person that comes on there who has a fake. Your apartment's not that dark. There's no way in the world you could have moved into that apartment and it's that dark like that. I'd have walked in there and said, who was the last person living here? Vampires? Your apartment is literally so dark, it's not even funny. I've seen demonstrations where this environment was so dark, you can literally see the light from outside pushing around the windows and through the peephole. And then you got lights in there to make that environment like it's well lit. That is just, man, that's really low. Now, apartment to apartment, guess what? You see me change anything in my apartment? You see me darkening my windows? None of that nonsense at all, period. My projector sits back farther at 21 feet. My screen's bigger at 150 inches, and I can display in here with no problem. Not using 4K, not using overpriced, but $500 projector, that's it. I've seen customized theater rooms, the pockets. If you haven't seen those, the pockets are basically when they customize the theater room, they put these little walls in here, over here, and here. That way we can tuck the screen away in this little box. So when the light hits it, it won't touch the side of the screen. And then what they'll do is they'll put the same arch kind of design here, and here. They'll put lights around it. They give it the illusion that the entire environment is well lit when that screen is actually protected because it's tucked away in a little pocket. We see all that. All right, well, that's pretty much it for the challenge right there. Hopefully, oh, let's do this right here. This is my favorite one to do. They do this always in the dark for some reason. Oh yeah, because the contrast level someone pull better for them. So I hate it when a customer comes in and contacts me and say, hey, you bought this, you got that, this didn't work, and that didn't work. Because again, we're your test demonstrations, number one. No tests at all, period. And your products don't work. Every demonstration is always shrouded in darkness. Always in darkness. Now to the customers, message to you. This is what it's supposed to look like. I love it when we're doing the 5,000 projectors, and they're always complaining about something like, oh, you're using 5,000 lumen projectors. You don't pick up at 5,000 lumens. You can't even pick up at 1,000. I've got the projectors here. I have more projectors than you guys at the end of the day. Who has more projectors? I do, because I do more tests than you guys do. So I need all those projectors. You don't pick up on venue. It's virtually impossible for a gray screen to pick up on venue. Venue projector can't see it. That's the venue sitting behind me right now. There's too much light hitting the screen. The screen's washing out too fast. Oh, wait, let's not forget. Let's not forget. This is one more. There we go. That's good old-fashioned certified. Gunmetal screen, $5,000. That's going to pull up a lot better than the rest of you guys because it's a $5,000 screen. Let's go back to the beginning on that one. Make sure we get that gunmetal in there. Now, the purpose of the gunmetal technology, again, was to produce higher contrast and better color. That's the whole purpose of it when they develop them. They had the reflective surface so they can generate white light. And these are the demonstrations, customers, at the end of the day, that you should be seeing when it comes to screen paint products. You need to see these demonstrations. Having screens trapped in dark environment, calibrated, and all that dumb nonsense at the end of the day, no, that's misleading you at the end of the day. How is that screen going to work in a fully lit environment? How do the contrast levels pull? What's the comparison? You have to calibrate. When we do the red, blues, and greens on these screens, against white surfaces, black surfaces, whatever, it shows at the end of the stage the screen can maintain its color without washing out. It also shows the performance of the ambient light projection technology. Screens that are constantly being done on ultra short though projectors, that's a major cheat. Because that's a projector, again, distance throw is not there anymore, which means it's going to be to maintain an image regardless due to the fact that it's sitting that close to the screen. If I did a demonstration where I took my long throw and I stuck it 4 feet from my screen and say, hey, look how bright and beautiful the image is, it's sitting 4 feet from the screen. Of course it's going to pull up. That's why you watch too many demonstrations and they're constantly using ultra short throw. That's why. In demonstrations, they should be to swap out projectors at will. Environments should be fully lit at all times. Now, you can do night lights out from time to time, but if you're pointing to doors and windows at the end of the day, you are misleading customers because you're giving them the idea that your product can be used in a fully lit environment when that is a complete lie, which we saw on the customer who had the 200-inch screen that completely washed out. I don't care if that ruffles some feathers. It is what it is. He's a customer at the end of the day. Did he get what he paid for? He has a 4K projector. What did he get? He got a washed out wall. That's what he got. Which he shouldn't have gotten. He should have got what he paid for. I'm not making fun of the customer. I feel bad for the customer. He paid all that money. No, he didn't pay any money at the end of the day. He paid for that nice setup. Very nice setup. Very well put together. He can't even enjoy his screen on his 4K projector. He's got to be in the dark because the screen won't pull. All right, we're not going to keep this challenge long, keep it short and sweet. All right, that's basically about it. I got to go. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Put my machine back up where it's supposed to be. I want to watch some TV or maybe some cartoons. And this is our challenge. So the next one's be coming out. Won't be doing much explaining. Don't like to do much. Did it all right here. Because I'm sick and tired of seeing these fake demonstrations, these fake ambient light environments. Those are the ones I hate the most and got the nerve to use the word ambient light rejection in your caption. You don't have that right to put that name in there because you don't have ambient light rejection technology. Just because you have one light in the environment doesn't make it ambient light rejection. So what happens when somebody is using more than one light? Then what happens? That's what I can understand with the certified screens too. There's supposed to be ambient light rejection, which they do have, but why are you in an ambient light controlled environment? This is not controlled. Relaxing 4K tropical fish, YouTube.
Getting that from YouTube.
This is what I like to watch when I get up in the morning. I like to watch my tropical fish.
Shrinking is an absolute joy to behold. Shrinking. Castrol Edge is 3 times stronger than a leading full synthetic. Castrol Edge, better oil for maximum performance.
Watching your birds. Yeah, I see your birds out there running around. You like your birds? My birds. You like your birds? I was out there watching the birds. So this is me all day. And this is what it's supposed to be like. This is what having a TV-like projection screen setup feels like every day when I get up in the morning. No matter what house or any place I've been at, you can go back and you can check my archives on how far I go back. Every place I've laid my head at, I'm able to fire up a screen with no problem without being in the dark. And all my environments change. Some have condensed lighting, some have high fluorescent LED lighting. Any environment, tons of windows, any environment that I drop into, I don't have to change my environment. I move to enough places at the end of the day to show my technology pull up in every place you could possibly think of. When you're watching the same demonstrations on the same environment, same screen, blah, blah, blah. So there's your challenge, matching better. I'll have more. Gotta go, thank you all, and God bless.